Good morning, everybody. Let me do some fine tuning here. That's good. Friday Cryptic Crossword. Slightly earlier today. That looks good for me. That looks good for you. Let's get into it. What do we want to start with? I've also tried to tweak with my microphones. Hopefully the sound is a little bit better. Negligent design of felt rug. I imagine that's of felt rug is probably an anagram. Not sure what it is just yet, though. Interesting. That's probably rue. Because I know rue is street in French, so maybe this is French. I think this is neat because, one, it's a word I've heard recently, and it's in the letters here. And gathering suggests it's in the letters, so it's under. Being the definition there, that's a little bit tricky, I guess. Morrison's mob for openers. The something. Oh, the doors. I was thinking of the wrong Morrison, of course. Thinking of Scott Morrison instead of Jim Morrison. We get Aussie River jackets. Did I mute this? Yes, I did. We get Aussie River jackets understanding it slow. It's slow. Not sure just yet. English novelist gets life oddly after court. Wolf. Oddly is LF, and then after court to woo. Encourages 13 across. I don't have 13 across yet. Drink tray dropped by turncoat. I don't know what that is. Encourages. Fosters. Well, that would make sense with 13 across because it could be a beer. Tray dropped by. maybe. The something. We get Aussie River. Jackets, understanding it slow. Maybe a different one. Ridicule, blemish. One screened by uniform. Dunno. It's a big one. Ending in Rio, something of Rio. Beams burn across Memorial Forest, sadly. Oh, hang on. No, the 7, 10 across. This is something to something. Yes, I know what that is. Rio. Nope. It's working with beer. Make up for rotten TV. Rotten TV. Type of makeup, maybe? Don't know. What about this one? Or beer, perhaps? Okay. Children won't upset resident landlord. 5 letters. Children won't upset resident landlord. I don't know, maybe that's a bit tough too at the moment. Just going to jump around for a bit, try to get some on the left. Do we have 18 across? We do. Wolf left out lab report. Lab report. Very good. Divining vacuous words. Vacuous words contributed to undertaking. Not too sure. What about this one? American picks a tent flap. 6-4. A tent flap. Don't know yet. It's one across. A call for help welcomes supreme firefighter. Maybe top in something. Highs. Sauce stop. Stoppos. No. Club opening gutted by absolute rule. Would that be like iron fist or something? Club is an iron, probably. Opening gutted. Oh, first without the middle letter. Yep. Checks out. Make up for. Could be offset. Rotten TV. Yes. Offset. Fine. Romans cross training. Depleted runner. Trojan. Trojans. Would that be right? It means B would be wrong, so maybe not. Optimistic twinge. Facing death in a daze. 6 blanks, S blank, I, 2 blanks. Imagine it means optimistic. Separate or separate. Wag denies. Hello. Is the sound any better? I tried to put up my mic volume. See if it's gone down. No, it should be. It sounds good. Okay, good, excellent. We're going pretty well. It's an earlier one because it has to be. Negligent design of felt rug, I'm pretty sure, is some sort of anagram of felt rug. Haven't bothered to try and put it in yet. But we will get there. Maybe FUL could be the ending. That'd be nice. Oh, yeah. Excellent. So that's Trojans wrong. Romans cross training depleted runner. T 5 blanks L. Romans cross training depleted runner. So it's not D something. We get Aussie river jackets. Understanding it's low. I'm not sure. It starts with an F, that's pretty good. Public stunt. Being upfront after 2 seconds. What could be something raw or war, something war. Something war, that makes sense. Being up. W-A-W. What? Wait. Second. Oh, it should be W F R. How did I get? Whatever. We'll move on for the moment, maybe. What is this one? Take off whimpers on a telly show. Maybe depart something? Depart. A telly show. Why did they say telly show? Take. Ridicule. Blemish. One screened by uniform. So maybe it's a 5-letter word for blemish, but then the I is replaced by U. Like a stain, but then storm or something. But not that. Original drawn over sample cases to identify saga's source. 3 and 5, and the 5-letter word is it's got a 4, not a 4, and R in the middle. Original, maybe the first. Drawn over sample cases. So maybe SE or ORSE. Drawn. So let's put that there for the moment. And something horse. Original drawn. Saga's source. So maybe original drawn is another word for original going up. Original. It's good end in E. Separate wag denies suppressing a joke. Suppressing joke. Maybe there's a gag in the middle. Separate. What was 3 down? Oh, yeah. Let's try to do some with some letters, I think. Let's try this one. Wheeling or dealing Gang leader under stress. Wheeling or dealing gang leader. Dealing. Gang leader under stress. Under stress. Could it be? No, it wouldn't be accent. Stress is an accent. Gang leader under. Wheeling could be backwards. Wheeling or could be RO. Dealing. What would dealing be? Gang leader's probably G. Unsure. Could we get the first letter? It's a bit tricky. Divining vacuous words. Contributed to undertaking. What's a big one? I haven't had a look at this one. Maybe I should have. Sting finger, say, and head on a hot potato. Head on a hot potato. Maybe barb could be the first thing. Barbecue. Finger, say. If it was B here, does that help me at all with the wordplay for this? A call for help. Welcomes Supreme Firefighter. Not really, it doesn't really help me. Dun, 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 dun. Constant mating game captivates sweetheart. Constant. Maybe C here. Mating. Oh, it could be chess. Chess could be a mating game, couldn't it? Is that right? Captivates, or maybe chess is around it. Share. Huh? Maybe? Sweetheart. hang on a sec. I should be able to get that one. Let's go back and do that one. Public stunt being up front after 2 seconds. After 2 seconds. We were saying it was going up, right? Doesn't really help us. Public stunt. Not sure what that is. We hit a bit of a snag here. Children won't upset resident landlord. Won't upset resident landlord. I don't know what this first word could be. If I did, it would be really good. We get Aussie River jackets. Understanding it's slow. We get to me this is we, I don't know. Understanding it's slow. If it was we, this could be web, wed. Wet something. Chair. Tear, tenderness, chair. Constant mating game. Chanceness, I don't know. Chair. Shunderness. Claire. Not sure. So much jumping around. still didn't get that beer one. I can't make it beer either. Dropped by turncoat. Oh, okay, yeah. Yeah, betrayer is a turncoat, so it'd be beer. There we go. Romans cross training, depleted runner. That could be a tendril. Romans cross is 10. Training depleted a drill without an L. Okay. Some progress. Optimistic twinge. Facing death in a daze. That's too many letters for an anagram. Optimistic. Don't know. It's good to be back on the board. What could this first word be? Public stunt. So much yawning. Take off. You'd think it'd be depart something. Oh, should I go back to the other one? Which one was I on? Public stunt feet. Yeah, could be after 2 seconds. Stunt being up front. Could be. Could be. The 2 seconds bit is throwing me something awful at the moment. Original drawn over sample cases to identify Saga's source. Saga's source. Like the something, the horse. Doesn't make sense. Wouldn't be the either if it was going up, because that would be a really strange ending, HT. Which would be fine if I could make it a 5-letter word, but I can't. Based on what I'm thinking the wordplay is. What is this second word? Starts with a W, ends with a D. 7-letter word. Wayward. Get wayward? No. Wetland. Wetland. Of course. Worried. I suppose it could be a fair few things. Writhed. And what's this one going? A telly show. Take off whimpers. This could also be depart. Whimpers on. But that'd be maybe this is anagram. How many you got here? That's 10. 8 on a telly show. Telly show. You can have telly shows that are 2 letters, like ER. QI, etc. So what does it mean? Take, is that right? Oh, it's in letters. I was thinking this is probably an ATE ending. I was like, so on a, and then I just saw it, impersonate. That's helpful. And very helpful for this as well. Hopefully, at least. So E blank D is probably END. Could be ERD. Could be ELD. But it was none of the words that I was throwing up, which is good in a way. Glad I got some letters. Sting. Hot potato. On a hot potato. Let us continue. Byzantine is just sometimes anagram, isn't it? But sometimes it's not. I've got an O for this one. Public stunt, being up front after 2 seconds. I mean, the definition has to be public or public stunt. I can't see it being after 2 seconds or seconds. Seconds. Something for, I don't know. Yeah. This was an H, that'd be filth or fourth or finch. Fifth. Can't believe we've got so many letters for this and still don't got this. Weekend, something weekend. Weekend sounds good. New weekend. What? Where would the K come from for any of this? We get Aussie River jackets. I'm gonna need to know some rivers, but I don't know any rivers. Understanding it slow. I'm thinking that they could be using the gen term again. Gen for understanding. And I think the definition has to be it's slow. It's slow. We had an R before for that. We didn't have an I for this, so we can try this. Divining vacuous words contributed to undertaking. It must be this. Because I was thinking vacuous words has to be WS, and there's only one place it could go, really. Contributed to undertaking, so I guess that's... doing. So that's good. Some first letters. Wheeling or dealing. Could be gaming. Gang leader under stress. Gammon. Don't think that's a thing. Oh, it is a thing. A street urchin.
Gammon.
A gammon. But I don't know if that's what they're going for. It means a street urchin. So maybe it's not that. Wheeling or dealing. I don't particularly like this ending with an M either. D. Separate. Divorcee. I don't know. Divorcing. Separate. A wag. Denies suppressing. Joke. Division or something. Separate. Separate. Divided. Pun could be in here. Dispun. Could be an anagram of denies suppressing pun or gag. Yeah, let's try that. And then it has to be INE. Dispusion or something. I don't know. Disgation. Suppressing joke. Very close on that one. And we'll line up with all those other things as well. Potato. Chomper. I feel like I should have got that by now as well. Oh well. Has to end in ION. Oh, it doesn't actually, but I feel like it does. Optimistic. Positive. Optimistic twinge. Facing death in a daze. In a daze. Confusion. No. Yeah. Not sure. Children won't. I hate that one. Couldn't even read it out. Papers beer. Papers beer a mark of maturity. So is it a beer then? papers, beer. A mark of maturity. I have no idea. Ridicule, blemish. 1. Screened by uniform. Those first letters didn't really help me, did they? American picks a tent flap. Could it be an anagram of picks a tent? It could. It could be an anagram of picks a tent, and it just means American. That'd be nice. Didn't even think of that. And we've got no letters to work with. There's enough vowels, it can certainly be that. Let's try and make some words. Alright, I'm going to write them down in my phone here. What do we got? P-I-C-K-S-A-T-E-N-T. Let's make some words. Statin. Statin pick. Something neck. Let's try neck. You get Siptas neck. American. I think I need some letters for that one, unfortunately, but it's a good idea. Regional. Saga's sauce. They've done something tricky, I'm sure, with this question mark here. But I do think the wordplay is something like that, or like war horse fits, but raw, so war over. No. Draw over. original. The first? No, I don't know. This could be an A. Tricky when there's a blank here. Bastion. I mean, it's usually a T here, right? K, L. Could be another S, a mission or something. Transmission, but not that. Transmission, no. U, X, Y, Z. T or an S, maybe, I think. How are we going for time? Getting to the hour mark. Slowing up a bit. Wag denies, that'd be anagram term. Suppressing joke. That would mean separate. Between? No. That doesn't make sense. It would probably be DES and then INE, I imagine, or DE and then SINE. Doesn't really help us for either of these. Public stunt. Something job. No, where would the job come in? Where does the O come in? Up front. Two seconds. Well, my thought would be like seconds could be mo's. Two seconds. That doesn't really make sense. And it's tough. Gang leader under stress. Wheeling or dealing? How is it not gaming? But that doesn't make sense here. Can I try and do this one a bit more? Sting a finger, say. And head on a hot potato. potato. Lots of different ways. You can have a potato, I'm sure. And head. Head on a hot potato even. I can only think of blooper, which is horrible. This is probably... Do we think it's an S? Stopper. A hot potato. No, it would be nice if I could make it work with anything. Under stress. Can I... Okay. I was thinking it would be that word. Because I was like, you know, gerund fits here. And then I recently was like, what does that mean? And it's a verb form which functions as a noun in Latin ending in ndum. So like in the example, do you mind my asking you? So an ing term used as a noun. So I think that's what we're after here. And it was just an anagram of under. So pooper scooper. Stopper, shopper, hot potato. I wouldn't if I hadn't looked it up very, very recently. Hot potato, a hopper? No. On a hot potato. Sting. I liked my barbecue thought, but then EQ, barb, EQ. It's not a finger. This should be gettable, this American. What is it likely that the four-letter word is? Maybe pack? Could be totally down the wrong track. What the heck is this one? We get Aussie River jackets, understanding it slow. Wet weekend. And I've got, this is chess. Like, chess should be mating game, right? Chess captivates sweetheart. Constant. It's slow. It's slow. Do you have any that I don't have, and it's just you're doing your best to be quiet about it? Web. Wid. All right. We get Aussie River jackets. David, I don't know your goddamn Aussie rivers, okay? Not a river man. Beginning syndicate to back Byzantine Empire. Byzantine. Twee. It could be twee. We get Aussie River jackets. Twee. Ken is an understanding, isn't it? Tweed is a... What is wet weekend? What is this? What is that? Must have been a slow cryptic day. Wet weekend is an idiom that describes a dull, boring, and disappointing experience or person. It's similar to saying someone or something is a bore or snooze. The expression is often used to describe someone or something that lacks excitement or interest, a lot like the idiom wet weekend. I added that bit. For example, you might say, that concert was a wet weekend. Or, he's about as much fun as a wet weekend. Okay. Fine. So, I mean, yeah, that's right. So we, and then tweed. Tweed River, maybe. Understanding, Ken. Constant mating game captivates sweet heart. Changeless. Constant. It's a good one. Tweed River. Okay, between New South Wales and Queensland. Yep. A public stunt. Flash. Why did that take so long? I had the H as well. I knew this was going to be an H. And I still took forever to get flash mob. That O, I should have dwelled on that O a bit more. I don't know. After 2 seconds, flash mo. Jeez. Yeah, cooking with gas, that's a good idiom. That's not a wet weekend at all. Ooh, okay. So, disparate. it seems. Separate. Wag denies. Expressing joke. So disengage should probably... I was so close. I was so close. I had gag. I had the anagram of denies. I did not think to do disengage. And I really should have. The N is a new frontier for this word. I could actually try to get an anagram. It still works with the anagram. Something pink. Tank. Still can't be neck anymore. Sink. Sink. Not getting any more words for that one. I mean, let him letters for that second word is what I mean to say. Stopper, scooper, swooper, stomper, shopper. I just thought this could be an anagram of won't, but with something else, but maybe that's not good enough. Sting, finger. Finger, say. Could be a ring finger. Barbering. A call for help welcomes supreme. Firefighter. So call for help, again with the question marks. Question marks everywhere. Where was the other question mark? That's where we had another one. There's so many. Question mark, question mark. Papers beer, a mark of maturity. Maybe it's age something? Age spot? Would that be right? Age spot? Pot could be beer? Ages something. Well, at the very least, we got a letter for the beginning. If it's not age spot. Oh, that's what it is. Result of accumulated sun damage. Just want to make sure that hot can be beer. A container for holding drink, especially beer. Yeah, that's good enough for me, I think. Alright. Got some first letters. Ridicule. Oh, now it's just the easiest thing in the world, isn't it? Barbecue something. Barbecue shopper. Barbecue. Barbecues topper. Accuse. Barbecue stopper? What is going on? Is it C or Q? I'm not even sure. And suggesting that Byzantine Empire is an anagram of empire, I think. Pre something. Prime, no. I need to look up barbecue stopper before I keep going. They just keep coming up. A barbecue stopper is a topic of conversation that is very interesting or controversial. And the example used is sibling rivalry is the new barbecue stopper, at least in my circles. Wow. Been doing these for such a long time, I'm still learning these stupid ass phrases. Keeping mum. Been keeping mum about that barbecue stopper and that wet weekend. I think barbecue stopper is less of a wet weekend than wet weekend, personally. Slightly. Beginning preamp or syndicate to beginning syndicate could be gang. Ring. That doesn't really help us. Let's try this one. A call for help. Ambulance? I don't know. A call for help welcomes. So this should be A, and this would be call for help. Welcome Supreme. Best, maybe? Urban Restus. I'm not asbestos. Was it firefighter? Okay. Children won't upset. That's just in the letters. It's okay. We can try this one now, can't we? Something tank, maybe. Learn a new thing. So you can have states there. I've just realized that. Oh no, you can't. You don't have two S's. Let's try. Let's get rid of tank. And okay. Oh, septic tank. Septic tank is American. Flap. I'm not getting something, clearly. Septic tank. Huh? A septic tank is an underground watertight container used in on-site wastewater treatments. On-site wastewater treatment systems. Thank you, bot, for chipping in here. It's primarily designed to collect and partially treat household sewage, separating solids from liquids and allowing natural bacteria to break down the waste. What if I go septic tank American? Why are Americans called septic tanks? Americans are sometimes called septic tanks or seppo in Australian and New Zealand slang, primarily due to a rhyming connection. So it's like Cockney slang, is that what we're saying? Like septic tank yank. Yeah, the term septic tank rhymes with yank, short term of Yankee, which was historically used to refer to Americans. Seppo, that's pretty funny. Learning many things in this crossword. Well, I mean, it has to be ring, right? Optimistic. The Norse. Old Norse. So I get the ORSE. Original drawn. Maybe it's not Old Norse. Beginning. Syndicate. Empire. Well, unless it's P rim ring, I don't get it. Premier. Premiering. Goddamn French language. And what's this? maybe L here. Penalize. Optimistic twinge. Facing death in a daze. You'd think it'd be like concussion or something. Percussion? No. Optimistic. Pant mission. Original drawn over sample cases. Drawn. Oh, it's just the end letters of all of them. OLDNORSE. Old Norse. I don't immediately recognize this word. Thought it would be pincushion or something. Optimistic twinge. Facing death in a daze. Man, this is a hard crossword. Panglossian. Optimistic. The O would be wrong? Probably not, right? Penile. Lol. Optimistic. I feel like this is one of those ones where I'll just be staring at it and be the most obvious people to the people watching. Obvious answer to the people watching is what I mean to say. At least I hope so. Begins with P blank N. None of the wordplay is helping me here, which is really annoying. Facing death. Jeepers. Death could be a loss. I don't know. Very interesting what goes between N and L here. Just can't get panelist out of like a panelist or out of my head. Penalty, penalization, you know, I just can't get that out of my head, and maybe I need to. Daze. You'd think that twinge would be pin or something. A twinge is a pinch. Facing death. Facing death could be ill. I don't know. Grave, facing death. Peril. Estian. What is this first part? I'm leaning towards S here now. I'm not sure. Lesson. Pinklessian? I don't know. In a daze. Optimistic. I'm now thinking it'll be meaning optimistic, and it'll be like IAN. Painless. Twinge. Quickly take a toilet break and I'll be back in a sec. Ugh. Tough. Oh, okay. I had an epiphany on while in the toilet. A pang is a twinge, right? Panglossian? Hey! What the heck is that? Panglossian. I should put it back as well. Oops. Back. Let's do a quick recap and then I'll get out of here. Did we not cheat in this one? Pretty good for many things that we didn't know. Good job. Good job. All right. Let's go through. Let's look up this term. Panglossian. I don't know if I'm saying it right. Could be Panglossian. Panglossian. Let's get someone to say it for us if they can. What a strange word. Oh, it comes from Candide. How interesting. The word Panglossian originates from the character Dr. Pangloss in Voltaire's satirical novel Candide. That is quite interesting. It seems to be Panglossian. But I will keep trying to find a proper speaking of the term. Maybe we won't get it. I'd rather not look up the... Anyway, let's see how we go. Of course it's not. It's only 19 seconds. You have to suffer through...
Panglossian.
That's not right. Anyway, I'm going to go with Panglossian. If I look stupid, you can leave a comment in the YouTube video. Alright. Call for help welcomes Supreme Firefighter. Well, I was thinking top for Supreme, but it was not top, it was best in a SOS, which is a call for help. Asbestos for a firefighter. I think that has asbestos as intended to have a fire resistance and insulation in roofing or something like that. Make up for is to offset, and that rotten is off, and a TV is a set. Beams burn across Memorial Forest sadly. How many letters were we after? We were after 18 letters. And we have 18 letters. From somewhere, hang on. I didn't actually work this one out, but I saw a partial anagram from Memorial Forest. How many letters we have from that? We have 14, so we need another 4. And I imagine sear. Sear is burn, and then the rest is just Memorial Forest. Yep, sounds good to me. Panglossian. Panglossian is optimistic, comes from Dr. Pangloss in Candide. A twinge is a pang, facing death. A death is a loss, and then INA daze is just an anagram of IAN. Beginning is premiering. Syndicate is a ring. And to back Byzantine Empire, Byzantine is sometimes the word he uses for anagram, and then Empire is premi, and then premi ring, premiering. Drink tray dropped by turncoat. Well, a turncoat is a betrayer, and if you take the tray out of betrayer, you get beer, which is a drink. Ridicule, blemish. To ridicule is to taunt. Blemish is to taint, and then if you replace the 1, which is an I in Roman numerals, screened by uniform, putting, I visualize it as putting a screen in front of the 1 by uniform, and uniform is U in phonetic alphabet, taunt. Forgetful is negligent, and design was an anagram indicator for these letters of felt rug, forgetful. Separate. Wag denies suppressing joke. Wag was the anagram indicator here. Denies, so there's your letters of denies, D-I-S-E-N-E, and then suppressing joke is gag. English novelist is Virginia Woolf. Gets life oddly. Life oddly is LF. After court is woo. Woo, LF. And then 18 across, left out. So no left in wolf, and wolf is a lab report, as in a Labrador. Lab report there. What a Labrador would say. A wolf. Very good. Good thoughts. Constant is changeless. This one took a long time. I had the chess part, mating game. Captivates sweetheart, and then you have sweetheart is an angel. It's a pet term. Impersonate was just in the letters. Impersonate. And take off was the definition, and show was the indicator that's in the letters. Tough one. Tough indicator word. Bewail is Taru something. I actually don't know what Pigalle is, so I'm going to look that up. I'm assuming it's something French, but what specifically I don't know. Quartier Pigalle, a neighborhood in Paris. So there you go. That's where the Moulin Rouge is. Hip Pigalle. There you go. More you know. Is it Gironde or Gironde? I'm not even sure. I know what it means, but I don't know how to say it.
Gerund.
Gerund. I had it very wrong. Gerund. That's okay. I don't like the way that's said. I like Gironde, but Gerund will do. It sounds like I'm trying to say Jared, but not getting it right. Gerund. Okay, wheeling or dealing, that's the definition there. So examples of the gerund verb form. Gang leader is G, and under stress is an anagram of under. So errand, gerund. And this one, Morrison's Mob, was The Doors, Jim Morrison, singer. And openers are doors. They open and close. Paper's beer, a mark of maturity. Paper is, you might have an example of paper is the age. So ages, pot. Pot was beer in this case. Pot is a container for holding beer. That's one of the definitions. Divining vacuous words. vacuous words is WS. Contributed to undertaking or doing. Undertake, I will do this, I will undertake that. Doing, and WS is dowsing, which is divining. A term I never heard. And also hot potato is the definition here, which is really strange as well. Yep, okay. A hot potato is also a controversial issue or situation which is awkward to deal with. So a hot potato means a barbecue stopper. That's the definition. Sting is a barb. Finger is accuse. And head, which is a topper. Yep, that's a barbecue stopper. Septic tank is a rhyming slang for a yank. It's an anagram of pix a tent. Flap was the anagram indicator there. Iron fist is an absolute rule. A club is an iron, or can be an iron. An opening gutted is first without the central letter of R. So first without its R is fist. This one was just in the letters, going up though. Owner. And resident was the within indicator. Owner. Children won't upset resident. Landlord. Owner is a landlord. Flash mob took ages to get. Public stunt is a flash mob. Being upfront, which is B. After 2 seconds, flash and mow. A mow is a moment, just in case that wasn't clear. Old Norse is Saga's source. What was the definition there? And the cases were OLDNORSE. This is cases. OLDNORSE. The end letters. The cases. The skin, if you will. I will not. Poet's undertone at haiku gathering. Gathering was the indicator that it's in the letters here. I picked up on that one. Neath is in there. Neath, and it's a poet's under. Cleverly putting tone and under together there to kind of throw you. Done that one. Wet weekend, a term I hadn't really heard. Well, I've heard of wet weekend, but I didn't realize it was such an idiom. Wet weekend is something slow or boring. We is we. Aussie River jackets. So the Aussie River was the Tweed River, which I've been told is between New South Wales and Queensland. And understanding is ken. So jackets ken. Tweed jackets ken for wet weekend. Smiles from ear to ear. We did that one as well. Tendril. Roman's cross is an X, so X in Roman numerals is 10. And then a drill, like a fire drill, training. Depleted one letter is just drill, but with one less L. Tendril, a runner. And finally, encourages is Foster's, and a type of beer is Foster's. So, thanks for joining me, if you were here. And there'll be more Friday Cryptics, perhaps a bit later in the day next Friday. See you then. Bye.